I should have seen that
You should have seen it coming. Yeah. Hey there, everybody. My name's Logan.
And I'm Jen.
And this is Surprise My Marriage. And Happy Valentine's Day.
What?
Happy Valentine's Day,
I didn't know we
everybody.
had this.
Valentine's Day 2024. That's what we're going to talk about today. Guess what? Valentine's Day, it decided it wanted to be a little sketchy this year and actually fall on Ash Wednesday. So for those who haven't looked at the calendar, Valentine's Day falls on the day of fasting. And that's really what we want to focus on today in this video. What do we do about it? I don't know. You can celebrate the day before. You can celebrate the week before. But we want to go a little bit deeper into understanding what God is asking of us in our marriage and how we can actually grow and do something on a day of fasting together as a spouse and married couple.
And why Valentine's Day falling on Ash Wednesday is not a bad thing.
Right.
Jesus says in the Bible that there is no greater love than to lay down one's life for one's friend. And that is definitely true in marriage. We are called to die to self and to offer our lives up for the other. And so Jesus gives us a perfect example of that when he dies on the cross. And so Ash Wednesday is, the beginning of the preparation period to celebrate his passion and death. And so what better reminder than for Valentine's Day to fall on Ash Wednesday, right?
Right. And can we just make just a little side comment before we really dive even deeper into this video? Look, Valentine's Day is a commercial holiday. We understand that. It's to sell chocolates, it's to sell flowers. Sadly, it could be, it's just a way that maybe we use most relationships to actually force them to do something. And just know that if you're thriving in your marriage and you're doing these things like going on dates and just constantly romancing your spouse, Valentine's Day,
you don't need it.
You don't need it. All right. But we want to just focus on ways to embrace that holiday, since it does fall on the beginning of the Lenten journey.
Yeah. And we do appreciate commercial holidays just in the sense we've come to appreciate, because we thought they were stupid in the beginning of our marriage, but now we've come to appreciate it because it is kind of a reminder like, hey, you should be doing something for your marriage. So if you are one of those people who kind of forgets to love on your spouse, unless, it's your anniversary or Christmas. Yeah, that's not him. That's not him. It's not me either. He loves me year round. Or Valentine's Day, and those are like the only days that you really do something. Well, we just want to encourage you, because this year is a little different. You probably can't celebrate in your usual way with chocolates, wine, fancy dinner, all of that. We just want to encourage you to use this as an opportunity to love your spouse every day of the year.
Right. So here's some ideas that you can do on Ash Wednesday to kind of bring Valentine's Day and round it out. First off, pray with your spouse. Man, that's a great way to connect. Valentine's Day is about connecting with your spouse. So what better way than to connect than to pray together? Right. Pray for your spouse. Like, even if it's not, if you don't get a chance to pray together, which we highly encourage a lot, pray for your spouse and let them know, whether or not you say a rosary or you just offer up a small prayer that they have a great day. That's a way of showing them love in the way that God would want to show you love without material things.
And if you are having trouble showing your spouse love in other ways, having that spiritual foundation first just really opens the door to loving your spouse in all the other different ways too. So another way you can celebrate Valentine's Day on Ash Wednesday without focusing on food and drink, because
we're fasting,
and abstaining, is to love them in other ways. So like he mentioned, praying together, but a hug is very simple. A kiss.
Oh, I love hugs. Oh, I love kisses
too. And compliments, babe.
Oh,
You're
I love
looking
compliments.
really good with this pink shirt right now.
Goodwill find on one of our previous dates.
Yes, and acts of service, that's, how I feel loved, which we are having a video about love languages finally coming out soon.
Right. So, use that communication to express your love to your spouse, because Ash Wednesday, it's a day of fasting and kicks off the cycle, but it doesn't mean you can't say, hey, I love you, or hey, I can't kiss you, or hey, I can't hug you. All those things, like utilize it and expand on it in a ways that really bring light to stuff that maybe material possessions kind of overshadow.
Another way to celebrate Valentine's Day.
Another way.
Another way.
Jen
Wait.
says, another way.
I like this one.
Is like a commercial.
You're not gonna like this one.
Another
It
way.
literally just came to me. But think of the thing that your spouse has been asking you to do for a very long time, and you just haven't gotten around to it. You can do that thing. Finally, the thing that you don't want to do, that you've been putting off. Don't put it off any longer.
I got you. Yes, I can't renovate the bathroom, honey. So, that's a little bit out of my...
a woman can dream.
A woman can dream. But hey, that's not a bad idea. Like, think of something that... Okay, acts of service is something that Jen loves to do.
Clearly.
So that's a way you could speak to her. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. Find something that you've been slacking on and actually do it. Say, hey, look, I finally did it.
Because I love you.
Because I love you. What are all the ways to say I love you?
And I'm offering it up.
I'm offering it up. And maybe the last thing that we can suggest is use Valentine's Day and Ash Wednesday, the hand in hand, as sort of a resolution or a starting point going forward.
A kickoff day.
A kickoff day.
To focus on your marriage.
Right. Sit down and talk about what it is that you want to accomplish within your marriage throughout the next year, especially maybe even just the next 40 days, since Lent's a good journey to do that, and see what it is that you can ask of each other to make each other better and grow closer together with God.
Yeah, like several years during Lent, we have hosted a couple of prayer series. So, if there is something being offered at your church, sign up. So that is like perfect resolution. It goes hand in hand with praying together and focusing on your marriage. But like for 6 weeks, we would get together with other couples and focus on praying together. And it's just a beautiful way to focus on God and your marriage all at the same time.
So again, we just want to use this opportunity and time to just notice that, yeah, you may celebrate Valentine's Day the day before, a few days before, the week before, because, hey, it does fall on the day that we're supposed to be fasting. But let's make sure that we're not also missing the opportunity.
The positive spin
to grow closer together with God on that kind of day by using these things that we suggested and really focusing on each other without having to just say, here's a box of chocolate, here's a date, all that kind of stuff. Right. There's plenty of ways to do that, and this is the perfect opportunity to do that. And as well, we're going into Lent, so make it a long journey of bettering each other.
Yeah, and if you have any suggestions on how to celebrate Valentine's Day on Ash Wednesday, let us know in the comments.
And as always, please be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe here on YouTube for any more videos. And I gotta do it all.
Here come the bells again.
Yeah. And we just want to make sure that everyone has a happy Valentine's Day.